This video is about how to use the different accountability functions on Powerful Action Steps. So one thing that's really useful is that if you're trying to run a whole school instructional coaching program, then you've got an awful lot of moving parts. So you've got a lot of teachers, a lot of coaches who are supposed to be coaching every week, and you've got a lot of teachers who are supposed to be receiving coaching observations every week, and it can be really, really difficult to hold the coaches accountable for conducting the observation. And what I found in trying to run instructional coaching over the last few years is that if they slip and nothing gets done about it, that sends quite a strong message to even your most diligent coaches that they don't need to do it. So I've built some accountability functions on Powerful Action Steps. So you've got coaching observations running every week, and you want to check if they've actually happened. So the first useful function is Cite menu, and then check up observations. And what you see here is the names of your staff, or the names of your coaches, and the person they're coaching, and then a green tick means for that date the observation has been carried out. So if we look, for example, at this coaching relationship between Sam and Alice, pretty effective relationship. And then if we look at the last 2 weeks, 1, 2, and then the current week, 1, 2, and then the current week, we can see that for 2 weeks in a row, and then the current week, this observation hasn't happened. Now that's actually because we wrapped up coaching. We went on school residential, etc., etc. And I can know that. It means I don't need to hold anyone accountable. But if, for example, we're in the middle of a term and I expect coaching observations to happen, then I would know that I'd need to go and have a conversation with Sam about missing 2 weeks of coaching in a row before this weekend's, so that I can make sure that he does this coaching observation this week. So a number means not done, and that's how many times it's not done in a row. So once, twice. And this means pending, so it means that we're in the current week and it hasn't happened yet. So this makes it really easy for me to work out whether my coaching observations have happened. Let's just say that I also want to very easily send an accountability email. So I can click email checkup, and I can send an accountability email for this week, or more useful, I can say the last week, and then if I click this button, a list, and remember at my school we didn't run it last week, that's why I can see the name of every single coach who didn't do their coaching observation down here. If I click this button here, then an email pop-up box comes onto my computer with a pre-written accountability email in my Outlook or whatever email client I use, and I can just click send, and that will send an accountability email. So what that does is it turns what can be a couple of hours work a week into about 1 or 2 minutes work a week. So what I usually do is, if it's the first week, I just send an email, and that's just a simple reminder. However, if it's the second week or more, I will go and have an accountability conversation with that member of staff, and it's really easy for me to tell that on the site.